गुड आफ्टरनून एवरीबॉडी। आज ह्यूमंस ऑफ झारखंड में एक स्कूल के बारे में बात करेंगे, सेंट जेवियर स्कूल। और सेंट जेवियर स्कूल के लाइफ के बारे में जानेंगे, वहाँ के कुछ पुराने स्टूडेंट्स से जानेंगे। एंड टुडे वी विल एंटर द कैंपस एंड वी विल गेट टू नो व्हाट चेंजेस has been taken place in these 15 years or 20 years. Some old students came back to this school after 15 years. Abhijit, so you have come after like say 15 years in this school. How are you feeling?
It's great to see the school has changed. The change is good, but still I can remember that there are many things that still remains the same.
So Abhijit has come here in St. Xavier School after 15 years. So what are the changes which you have seen in this?
So the first change that I saw was the gate. So now the gate is changed. So now they have a big gate.
St. Xavier School is one of the best schools of Hazaribagh, or you can say in whole of Jharkhand. So Rajiv is here with me. Rajiv, you are from 2004 batch, I believe. And how
yeah, plus 2.
How are you feeling after coming to school? And talk about some memories of this school and talk about the changes which have happened in those years.
I think change is always good. That's what I have always believed. And coming to the same campus after almost maybe 5, 6, 7 years, I don't remember. But I think 2012 was the last time when we had one of the Hoxa meet, a grand one, and I came for the last time perhaps that time. After that I can see a lot of changes. The beauty has just personified more. That's all I can say. This is one of the most beautiful places, physically also and in my heart as well. I love my school and I'll always love
the library which you used to visit in your time, and nowadays what has changed. And talk about the art and craft school, talk about the computer section and many other things which has changed.
I am not so much connected with the school life as such these days. Perhaps in a few years when my daughter starts going to school, I'll get to know more about what's going on in schools. But as far as I feel, the curriculum should have upgraded itself with the need of the time, and I'm sure our libraries, which our time used to be a wonderful library, and I personally remember reading a lot of Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys books. So I'm sure it would have grown as per the need of some. A lot of tabs and online stuff and online study materials are there, so I'm not sure how libraries are these days at schools.
As you enter the the gate of St. Xavier School, you will find a very wonderful auditorium.
Then when you enter on the left hand side, you can see the Jubilee Hall that was not present at that time. Then when you see on the right hand side, you see the C building as well as the B building, which remains the same. The Robert buildings on the left hand side remains the same. The cycle stand, which used to be in our time, is now has converted to a basketball field. And then you have this, I can see that there is a stand for the cycle or a motorcycle.
So we will talk about the buildings, how it has changed in this 20 years. Apart from that, the various football fields merged into one, and new basketball courts came up after the older generation will not know about this to love it. So we will talk about the life at St. Xavier School, Hazaribagh, and we will talk with few students who has passed this school some 15 years back or 20 years back, and we will get to know their perspective on the schools. If somebody asks you about how life was in St. Xavier School, or let's say life at St. Xavier School, how would you define it?
Well, I think any school has a very important role to play in building the person as a whole, whether it's professionally or socially or personally. With all, I mean, it just makes a person as a whole. Same thing Xavier plays, same part Xavier plays in our lives. Whatever every Xaverian has become in his capacity, in his life, I'm sure our school has played a very special part in that journey for each and everyone. So being a sportsman and known as a sportsman, I'm sure Xavier keeps a very special place in my heart, because sports teaches you how to win, and at the same time it teaches you how to accept your loss and again come back stronger and win. So the biggest lesson for me in life was this, which I learned from within this campus.
So that is a new, and then I can see that there used to be a building over here which I can't see now, but I can see that there are new buildings that has come up over here. Then I can see that there is one garden over here that was their rock garden. So it is now a water fountain, which is good. The main field, that is the big field, it still remains the same, and I can see that there is a ongoing the progress of preparation for the sports day.
The football field still looks the same like the way we used to play, still lush green. And I remember that part of the ground where I used to love practicing for my goalkeeping dives and all, because that side has a very huge cushion of grasses. So I used to love just dive, and Father Horan used to sit right behind and watch us. So those memories will always remain very close, and I'm sure the kids these days also would be having the same joy, fun, learning, growth, all round development, because schooling should be all about not only education by books but all round development. So I'm sure our school must be growing this way it has always grown.
But I'm more concentrated on the things that remain static, that is our big field ground. So maybe we can rotate and see the big field ground. So it's the best view, I think, and this is the place where we used to play football.
This school has given me a all-round development in my life. I was involved in studies, sports and everything, and the infrastructure that this school provides, it's unparalleled, and day by day it's developing. And what I think, like, as the generation changes, things changes, so the school has also changed a little bit from our time. But still, what this school has given me is a perspective towards life, what I think, what we think, and that's it. And it's most important that people should be concerned about getting perspective of life, not about that how to live life. So this is what this school has given me.
So this school is the string which is holding all of us together still in life after so many years. So I really thank this institution for that great memory of life.